Hi everyone, welcome to my podcast. My name is Francisca Cherotit, a senior at AIC, a public health major, and today we are diving into an important topic, malaria. It's something that affects millions of the people worldwide. But how much do we really know about it? I'm here with my friend. She can introduce herself.
Thank you very much, Charotich. Hello, everyone. My name is Ketsolekwete. I'm from Botswana, which is in southern Africa. It's a landlocked country in southern Africa. Thank you very much.
You are mostly welcome, and we are going to break it down together. Here, I'm going to start with my real story.
A real story? Okay.
Yeah.
This is your real story?
Yeah, this is my real story.
Yeah, you were malaria positive at some point?
Yeah, that's why I wanna give out the real story, because I was the one time I was infected with malaria,
okay.
So that's why I'm giving my real story.
Okay.
It was a bright morning in my village Poroswa, that's West Pokot County in Kenya. I come home from school. I was happy after a fun day of the playing and learning with my friends. But by evening, I started feeling very sick and weak. I felt cold, even though it was warm outside. At first, I thought it was just exhausting from the long day at school. But as soon as my head began to pound, my body itched all over, and a fever rose too high that I couldn't barely open my eyes. My mother touched my forehead, and I looked worried. During at night, it got worsened. It was shaking, sweating, and too weak to move. The clinic was so far, and it was not safe to travel at night. And also to get transportation at night was so hard. By morning, I couldn't even stand up.
Oh.
My mother took me on a motorbike off a rough, muddy roads. In our village, we have like muddy and rough roads.
Okay. Let me ask you before you continue. So your mother was worried. Why was she worried? Is it because you have like malaria in your area?
I think because of the fever. I have a fever. I have sweating. I have like so much headache.
So she was suspecting it might be malaria.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's something that we know.
It's something that you know in your area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, we reached the clinic.
Yeah.
Which was too far.
And how long is? How far is your clinic?
So it's like 1 hour using a motorbike.
1 hour.
So what about if you say what about walking? It's kind of like it's taking like 2 hours or maybe 2 hours and a half.
2 hours and a half, yeah.
After we reached in the hospital, the nurse tested me, and I was malaria positive. And he told me I had a severe malaria.
Yeah, by that time you tested positive, and you were there and there told that it's already reached the severe
malaria
condition.
Malaria. Yeah. So it wasn't that good. So
yeah, it wasn't that good.
But I get treated, and I was given some medication that I was taking a day and night, 4 tablets a day and night. Yeah.
So you got treated.
Yeah.
That was your life story.
I got injection, and after that they give me some medication that I was taking a day and night. So yeah.
And you were treated.
I was treated. I was well, but it wasn't like only one time. It happened like twice or thrice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, it happened to you like not one time.
Not one time, and I don't remember. Maybe I had malaria when I was young, but this is the time that
you could see yourself.
I can tell symptoms. So I didn't even ask if I had malaria like other times.
Because it's a common thing in your area.
Yeah, it's common thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so here I'm going to talk about malaria. Malaria is a serious disease caused by Plasmodium parasite, which is spread through the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. When this mosquito bites a person, the parasite enters to your bloodstream and travels to your liver, where it multiplies before infect to the red blood cell.
So this malaria, it's only transmitted by the female mosquito.
The only mosquito, like the female mosquito Anopheles mosquito, are the only ones spreading the malaria by biting.
By biting.
Yeah.
So if you get bitten by a female,
automatic,
yeah,
you're going to have malaria.
You're going to get malaria.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you, among the females, is there a mosquito that spread malaria, or all the female mosquitoes spread malaria?
All the mosquitoes, the Anopheles,
all the Anopheles.
the females Anopheles mosquito.
Anophelia is
a specific.
That's a specific. All those Anophelias, they spread the malaria.
Yeah, they spread the malaria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the males are not doing nothing. It's just like.
Okay.
Here I'm going to talk about the symptoms of malaria. As I say early, I have a high fever.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that indicates that you have malaria. Chills and sweating. I had sweating. Remember I say I have a sweating. Severe headache. I had a severe headache that you could not even open your eyes.
Yeah.
I have like muscular itches and noses and vomiting. So this malaria, this is the common symptoms that you will notice even before tested like you have malaria. You will have headache, you will have high fever, and you will vomit. So you will vomit, and that's automatic. You will see like you had a malaria.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you about the vomiting part. Do you vomit after eating, or you just vomit frequently?
You just vomit frequently because even this time, sometimes you don't get appetite to
you
eat.
You don't even have the appetite.
So you will just vomit if you eat or you don't eat. You still vomit.
You still vomit.
Yeah.
Okay.
How this malaria spread? Malaria spread through mosquito bites. The main way malaria spread are through infected mosquito. The infected mosquito, after biting you, that's the time you will get malaria. Another way of spreading malaria is through blood transfusion. If a malaria infected person is given to unhealthy person.
So if I get...
If you have a malaria.
If I don't have malaria and I'm in the hospital and then I get transfused with somebody
with malaria.
With malaria, I'm going to get malaria.
You're going to get malaria.
But which is highly unlikely nowadays in Africa, because nowadays we test our blood.
Yeah,
right?
we test our blood.
So that one, the possibilities are low.
The possibility are low.
Yeah.
So that's the blood transfusion. Another one is mother to child transfusion. So this is the time a pregnant mother with malaria can pass it to her baby before or during the birth.
During birth? Oh, now I get it. So because, okay, during pregnancy, so the baby can get it
through the mother,
through the placenta. So if the baby didn't get it while the woman was pregnant, then during birth, the baby might get it. But there, how does the baby going to get it? When the baby get a cut or something?
No.
How?
Let's say when the baby is born, during the birth. During the birth, this is the time like during the birth, you don't know the place you getting delivered, it's safe.
Oh, you don't know, because sometimes all those secretions, all the blood can enter through your mouth, your everything, you might get the disease.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, another disease, I have another disease same with malaria. It's called dengue. Dengue is a virus disease caused by dengue virus.
This disease, you have it in Kenya too?
Yeah, we have in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
And dengue is caused by dengue virus, which is spread by the Aedes mosquito. Unlikely malaria, which is caused by parasite, dengue is caused by virus and spreaded quickly in urban and tropical areas.
So even the dengue is spread by another mosquito?
Another female mosquito,
not the one that spreads malaria?
No, this is female Aedes mosquito.
Oh, this is female Aedes mosquito. It's another type of mosquito. Oh, that spreads the virus of dengue. Oh, okay.
The symptoms are almost the same. The first, the symptoms are sudden highly fever, almost the same with malaria.
Okay.
Severe headache, which we have the severe headache. Pain behind the eyes. So you feel like your eyes, like you have pain in your eyes.
Inside.
Yeah, inside the eyes. And then joint and muscular pain. So you will have muscular pain. And this one is another like breakbone fever.
So what is the breakbone fever? It's
because of the pain. You feel like,
that is a symptom.
yeah, that's the symptoms.
You feel like your bones are
Yeah.
breaking. Okay.
Skin rashes. You might have skin
rashes.
rashes, and you might have severe cases.
So in severe cases.
Yeah, in
you
severe
have
cases. Yeah.
Skin rashes.
And dengue virus can cause internal bleeding and shocking, and even death. So you see, it might cause internal bleeding. And it might cause even death.
So when there is internal bleeding now, it shows that the veins, the capillaries, they have they're broken.
Yeah, and it's high way of getting dead.
Yeah,
like,
you die.
You die.
Internal
So
bleeding, you die. Yeah.
okay, mosquito bites. It's the same. The Aedes mosquito bites an infection person and then spread to virus by biting others.
Oh, okay. No, okay, now I get it. So this mosquito, if it bites somebody with the virus, it's going to get the virus from that person
And
take
spread
it
to
to another
others.
person.
Yeah.
So that's how the virus is transmitted. Oh, okay. No, I get it.
Dengue transmission during the day. Unlikely malaria mosquitoes which bite at night.
Oh,
Aedes
this one is during the day?
during the day.
And the other one is at night?
During the night.
Why?
Okay. Why mosquito bite at night? This is because they are less likely to be eaten by bats and other predators at night.
Oh, now at night the mosquitoes are protecting themselves from being eaten by other things.
Yeah. So during the day, they're hiding.
They're hiding.
During the night, they wake up.
They wake up and bite.
Yeah,
and
after
be
other
biting people.
predators went to sleep. So you see, they are coming out.
They will be coming out for us.
And people are sleeping. So that's the good time to attack people. Dengue, during the day. Simply because they rest indoors in the dark and bite when people are active. So you see, it's opposite. Dengue are active on the daytime when people are active.
Oh, because them they are inside.
They are inside. They're hiding on the
so
nighttime.
They survive that time inside.
Yeah, inside.
That's why they
Come
bite
out
at night.
at daytime.
The daytime because they are no predators. Nothing can eat them inside the house. Oh, okay.
And this increases their chance of finding the host.
Finding the host.
Yeah. The host are the people.
Yeah.
Standing water. Dengue mosquito breed in a small pools of the water, such as discard tires, containers, or the flower pots.
Oh.
So that's
where there's water. Where there's water standing there, you know that it's a place for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the climate change. What's climate change?
Yeah.
Climate change means long-term change in temperature and weather, mostly caused by human beings, burning fossils, fuels, and cutting down the trees. This leads to more greenhouse gases in the air, which trap the heat and warm the earth. Extreme weather like heavy rain, heat waves, drought, and flood is happening more often because of the climate change.
Because of the climate change.
Yeah.
Oh.
The weather changes can harm the nature and help the spread the increase of diseases such as malaria. So malaria is coming from climate change.
From climate change.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from climate change.
And here I'm going to talk like how climate change cause malaria. Yeah. So here is rising temperature, creating
the rising temperature.
The rising temperature is the creating the better condition for mosquitoes.
Oh, okay.
when they have the rising temperature. Malaria is spread by the Anopheles mosquito, which thrive in a warm climate. As I say, they survive on the warm climates.
That is why we have malaria, because of the high temperatures. High temperatures. They survive better on high temperatures.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
High temperature allow mosquitoes to survive in the area that were previously too cold, such as highland regions.
That were previously too cold.
Yeah, too cold.
Oh, that means if it's cold in an area where there are seasons, when it's cold, malaria, the mosquito becomes less.
Yeah,
when it becomes hot, now because they can survive, they become more.
They become
more. You have a more population of mosquitoes.
So warmer weather spread up the development of the Plasmodium parasite inside the mosquito, making mosquito more infectors. So this is like heavy rainfall and flood increase the mosquito breeding. When they have like heavy rain, mosquito will have more chance of breeding.
Why?
Because mosquito lay their eggs in the stagnant water.
Oh, they lay eggs in stagnant water.
Yeah.
That is why they are favored by the rainy season. Oh.
Another thing is the extreme rainfall and flooding create a pools of the stagnant water in the roads and the field, providing more places for mosquito to breed. So, for example, this is like they have pools, they have like standing water, they have the roads, they have the field that's having those stagnant water.
Yeah, because during rainy seasons there's water all over. Yeah, on the sides of the road, in the rain, there's water everywhere. Yeah.
Long rainy season extended mosquito lifespan. Normally, malaria transmission is seasonal, peaking during the raining period.
Oh.
Climate change has extended rainy season, meaning mosquito live and breed for longer period, increasing malaria cases. During dry season or drought, people store water in the containers. If these containers are left uncovered, they become perfect breeding ground for the mosquitoes.
Oh, so if we leave our containers uncovered,
open, so mosquito will get
lay eggs
on the containers because the container contain water.
The container has got water.
Yeah,
and it needs water, standing water to lay eggs.
And this is especially problem in urban areas where standing water from stored supply can also increase dengue fever risk. As we say, dengue love to be in a stagnant water. So for the urban areas where standing water from stored supplies, so you see, like if they have stagnant water, that's the time dengue is going to have the home to lay their eggs. So you see, it's going to be.
I think one of the things is because we have like situations whereby you need to store water, and then if you are not careful and you leave your water uncovered, you're going to have problems because they're going to lay eggs in there.
Yeah. And that's the time they're going to get the increase of the malaria because they will have more mosquitoes.
We'll have more mosquitoes, more malaria.
Yeah.
More malaria cases.
Okay, let's talk about the global malaria statistics. So according to the World Organization, malaria reported 2023, they have like 249 million cases of malaria were reported worldwide in 2022.
This is worldwide.
Worldwide. So you see like 249 million cases. 600,000 deaths were recorded with 95 occurring in Africa. So you see 95% are Africans. So where we have warm, sometimes we get rain. So the mosquitoes are going to survive on those climates.
Yeah, Africa is warm and we have rains. After rains, we have droughts. And then you are going to like have standing water. Standing water.
Mhm.
So that's very good place for breeding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they will get a chance to breed.
Chance to breed.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
this malaria is affecting people who are under 5 years, like children under 5 years, account for about 80% of malaria deaths. So you see, 80% are children under 5 years.
Oh, these deaths
Mhm.
that are in Africa, 80% of those, it's children.
In children.
Under the age of 5.
Mhm. And the reason is,
Eh.
I think the main reason here is we live far away from the hospital.
We live far away from the hospital.
Another thing is, I don't know if everybody knows about malaria. I don't know if everybody having the prevention, how to prevent malaria. So that's why we have this 80% of malaria deaths in Africa.
Or people take it for granted.
Yeah, let's say for example, people who doesn't go to school, they don't know about malaria.
They
So
don't know.
if you don't know nothing about malaria, like I can say, even you don't have malaria in your country. So what about the people who doesn't go to school, who doesn't get any education about malaria? They will not know what is a malaria, what are the symptoms. As we say earlier, like, about the symptoms. A mother might know like the kid is suffering from like high fever. He doesn't know what is the high fever is if he doesn't have any education.
Okay.
And then the disease is endemic. It's about 87 countries, mostly in Africa, Southern Asia, and Latin America. So these are the country of 87 countries included. And most you see here is like Africa is the number one.
Africa is number one, yeah.
Another one is Southern Asia and Latin America.
But
So
remember that Africa is still leading.
it's still leading because
Yeah.
it's warm.
It's warm.
We still
And we have long rainy seasons.
yeah
We have standing waters.
everywhere.
Whew.
And okay, I'm going to talk about Kenya, like in small, not that broad. So here I have like Kenya reported like over 3.5 million malaria cases annually.
Over
3.5
million
cases
every year.
annually.
Annually.
Yeah. So malaria is responsible for over 10,000 deaths every year, mostly among children under 5 years.
That is a big number.
And then in 2021, malaria caused like 600,000 deaths worldwide, with 95% of cases in Africa.
Still we are leading.
We are still leading with 95 cases in Africa. So you see, malaria is highly in Africa. Malaria leads to missed school days, lost work hours, and increase the healthcare cost, putting the strain of the families and the economy.
So that's how it affects us. It affects you as an individual. So it affects the community, and it also affects the economy of the country, because if the country is going to provide us with those kind of medications, that is
going to
lot.
cost a lot.
And it's 2.5 million cases a year, annually.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
yeah.
That is a lot.
So you see, like healthcare cost, it's going to be high.
Healthcare cost is going to be very high.
Yeah. So you see, malaria people taking like it's a easy disease. But if you go into details and check, it's not that easy.
And it's costing the government. Because we get all the nets from the government, the treatment from government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I'm going to talk about the policy.
The policy.
The policy that Kenya fight against malaria and climate change. So here we have insecticide. Insecticide is treating nets. This provide free mosquito nets to protect the family, especially kids and pregnant women.
Where do you get these nets?
So these nets we get from the government, like healthcare.
Oh,
so
you
you
get
go
them from-
you go to hospital as a pregnant woman, they will give you net. You need to sleep. Like immediately when you go for the first clinic, like you get pregnant, that's the time you will give you a net to start sleeping.
What about other people who are not pregnant? Where do they get the net?
So they have these, sometimes they have, they supply on the villages or everywhere. They have the people who walk around the villages to give out the nets, or they can assemble, like today we're giving out the nets, so the all villagers will come to the near hospital to get the nets. If you have like 5 kids, you need to be given a certain net. So you see, like this mosquito nets, it's going to prevent the cause, like the high rate of the malaria spread. Another way is indoors residual spraying. So this is the spray home with insecticide to kill mosquito. So they will make sure every year they will come to your family, spray your house, so to prevent the mosquitoes. If mosquito come inside the house, it's already the insecticide spray. It's already there, so it's going to kill the mosquito. And another thing is early diagnosis and treatment. Training the health workers to detect and treat malaria quickly. So this one is making sure, like, to teach the health workers to detect and treat malaria early. So, like, for example, if you see these symptoms, you need to get quick and you treat them before it's making you sick and not working and wherever.
So what if you go to a hospital, you don't have a headache, you don't have a fever, you don't have all the symptoms, you are just reporting something, you went to the hospital for a different thing, and then when they check your vital signs and they see that your temperature is high, what will they do? Will they test malaria there, or just because you didn't come for malaria, they will treat you with whatever you came for?
Sometimes the doctors run the test, like if they want to know everything. If you say, let's say you say a certain thing, like you are not sure. So they're making sure, like, they're testing everything. And also they might know, like, maybe it's malaria that is not yet out. So they might test you and see, like, which type of disease you have. You might have a malaria that is not yet out. So, but you realize you have malaria, that's the time you're going to take the tablets. So it's going to prevent you to get sick.
Or that time, if your temperature is high, and then they run the test, they find that you might have malaria, so they're going to put you on some treatment.
Yeah, they give you those tablets.
Oh, they'll give you those tablets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah, so climate beside malaria monitoring, using weather data to predict malaria outbreak and respond in advance. So you see, like, this climate beside malaria monitoring, using a weather data to know, like, for example, you know, like, this is the season of raining. So you will notice, like, this is the best time mosquito is going to breed. It's going to increase the mosquitoes.
So during those times, there are some people who comes to villages and tell people that?
Yeah. So this is the time when it starts to rain. This is the time the people, they will walk around the villages.
They'll bring nets.
They bring nets, or sometimes they will give you medication. In case they might give out medication to take it, like, immediately if you feel some fever before going to hospital. Especially for the kids, because, you know, they don't have strong immune. So that's why they use this data to predict when it's a certain time, it reaches a time that they know, like, this is the best time mosquito is out, and this is the best time that mosquito spread.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I wanted to ask you that, because sometimes you will say you will not know whether malaria is going to be too much, and then all of a sudden there's an outbreak of malaria. When there's an outbreak, what do? They go to the villages. They go to what do they do there?
So if they have, like, outbreak of malaria, so they will make sure that they will tell people, because a certain time you might know by data, like a person come to hospital today reporting the same case. the same symptoms, and tomorrow another person is coming. And maybe like regularly you will see like many people coming to hospital with the same symptoms. So that's the time you will know like, okay, this is malaria is out now. And this is the time people are going to get malaria. And this is the time you need to make sure like people who doesn't have malaria, they continue sleeping on nets. And this is the time maybe they will try to get the insecticide like indoor sprays. They will go to the houses to spray to make sure like if they have any mosquito coming in, it's going to die because of the insecticide,
that is already in the house.
Yeah, so that's the time they might take a quick response to make sure like they spray their houses.
Oh,
so to reduce
if there's an outbreak.
Yeah, to reduce the spread of the malaria.
Of the malaria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the end of the broadcast. I don't know, what did you learn today that you want to tell people that they don't know about malaria? As now you understand what's malaria, how is malaria?
I would say that is a very good question, and it's a very good topic, because when you think of malaria, like me, I didn't know anything about malaria, even though it's in some parts of my country. But it's very important now to know that malaria, somebody can actually die if you don't get immediate help.
Yeah.
Or if you get diagnosed late, you can die.
Yeah.
So everybody should know, if when you are traveling, where are you going? Ask whether there is malaria. Because from now, I think what I'm going to do is I'll educate people about malaria. Even me, I will read more about malaria because I want to know more. Because when you go to people, you need to have like more information about the disease, the transmission, all those things.
Or to know even the symptoms. You might go to some place and maybe you don't take medication. And if you see like you have some headache, you have this fever, you need to run to hospital.
But let me ask you this. How do you differentiate the symptoms of malaria and the common flu? Because the flu has got similar symptoms.
But this one have the headache. You
the
will
headache,
have headache.
It's severe.
You will have severe headache. You will have vomiting. So the time you will,
vomiting.
Yeah, you
vomiting.
might, and then like you might have like weakness.
You become weak.
You become weak. So that's the time you might differentiate. Because flu, you might get like throat or something.
Okay, let me ask you: when malaria is severe, because of this severe symptoms, can somebody pass out?
Yeah, because of headache.
Because of
you
headache.
have like that high headache. Let's say, for example, now you have headache. You might take painkiller, but that for malaria, it's going to go away for some time, but it's going to come back because, as I say earlier, you cannot even open your eyes. It doesn't even want you to open your eyes.
So you can fall.
Yeah, you can't even. If you have malaria, you cannot even stand. You will be sleeping. You're going to be weak. You cannot even stand.
Because the joints will be...
The joints. And you remember like this malaria is going to the liver.
It goes to the liver?
Yeah.
That means your immunity is low. No, but thank you very much, Francisca. I think I've learned a lot today. And I will, not think, I will educate people more on malaria. Even here, people, they don't have malaria, but they need education on malaria. Because they might travel to Africa. So you need to know where you are going. If malaria is there, prepare yourself, take medication, take all the necessary things.
Another thing is like it's not only like travel to this certain country like they have malaria like Africa. This is climate change.
This is climate change. That's
climate change is changing every time.
Yeah, that is another important.
Yeah. You might know, like this climate change is keeping on changing.
Because,
you might know like 10 years or 5 years, you might have like
they might
America.
Have it here.
America have malaria.
Imagine we didn't have COVID.
Yeah.
It's new now, even it's all over the world.
So this is the same like malaria. It's traveling. It's not like it's going to sit in those 87 countries.
Yeah, because of climate change.
Climate change.
Because of climate change. Some years, maybe we are not going to have snow here. It will be hot.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for
Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Thank you very much for the knowledge.
You're mostly welcome.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you to take your time to listen to me. I really appreciate.
No, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much. Bye.